Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Lord, Lord, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Man, I'm telling you. I don't know about y'all, but I've been reflecting. I've been doing a lot of reflecting because there's a lot of stuff that I do not want to bring into the new year. You know what I mean? Old trauma, hurt, regret, disappointments, all of that. I'm trying to leave that shit in the past, and not that I'll ever forget it, but I don't want to continue to live it. You know what I mean? To live in the regret of it, the sorrow of it. That energy, and don't get it twisted. Y'all know, shit. I'm human too. I go through. I'm healing. That's why I'm talking about this because. It's like when I play, the video in my head of what happened to me, how I felt, my version. It's like I never even had a fucking chance. You know what I mean? When I look at like how my life started as a young child, the trauma, the abuse, I'm not saying this to blame anybody because that's something I want to leave behind too. You know what I mean? Because I understand, but it doesn't make me feel any better about how it fucking went down. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make me feel any better about that. And that's something that I had to own. I had to accept that. I was in a way, trying to avoid even looking at it in a way. I was healing. I've been healing. I'm still healing, right? I had to take away the toxicity so I could see and deal with Stacy, right? And what Stacy life looked like, and now I had to get to this place of healing what it became. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of reflection to do, and I got a decision to make because I'm grateful. But it was hard. I had a hard life. I don't care what y'all see when y'all see me as far as the skin that I'm in and my physical features. I had a hard life. I really did. That's why I say I didn't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying it's for no sympathy. I'm saying it's for identity. Okay? For identity. Because this chapter of my life is coming to a close. Right? This was part of my healing. It was a way I was able to express myself. All my hurt and pain, I could see it in the cards. And that's why you identify. Right? And it's just, I'm ready to leave it alone, to leave it behind, man. And it may include leaving this behind because this was a part of my healing, right? It's not resonating with me like it used to because I'm not resonating with the energy like it used to, right? And so a lot of my readings are more geared toward healing, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty sure y'all understand. You know what I mean? That's why I share it, because sometimes I feel like I left the remote over there. I feel like sometimes I feel a little bit embarrassed, and I know I don't need to be. I know, but I'm still human, and I have learned how to adapt to tough and toxic and hard situations, right? And in the beginning, I turned that energy on myself, right? I hated myself. I hated my life. I didn't like anything. I thought something was wrong with me. But I'm understanding now that it's generational. So, okay. Ooh, 9 of feathers. Look at this. I understand that it's generational. And when people say we're chosen to break the generational toxicity, that does not mean that we automatically stop all that those toxic traits. Because in order to get here, to realize what the fuck we doing, we hurt people. We did fucked up shit. We hurt ourselves along that path until we realized what the fuck was happening. Right? That's why another reason I say I never had a chance. Because I was coming from a hurt place. I was born into a hurt place. Let's say that. And I took the brunt of that shit. Why God felt like I was strong enough to do it, to deal with it, I don't know. I guess it was a pure will to live. But it's just I see the cycle, the paths, everything. I can see how I got there, how I got here. I can see how I got here. And I woke up this morning, I was a little bit mad at God. I was like, what the fuck? Why you allow me to have to go through that? And it's like, and it's not just the pain, it's who it came from. That shit devastated me, you know what I mean? And then it was like, and when I really needed the support of my family, my friends, it was like nobody was there. You know what I mean? But I realized today, I gotta be honest, right? Like, I felt that shit. That's how I felt. But what I learned how to do is allow God to show me, right, that he needed me to be by myself, that he would heal me. And he did. Every day, it's like I'm working through it every day. I can put on a brave face. I can go on with life, because in the past, I gave up on life. I gave up on myself. But I'm not doing that today. And it hurts because I gotta really look at me and look at my life and look at what I done, what I made it to be, and also the how I felt when I was around people I thought loved me. You know what I mean? I thought even if we make mistakes, we was and not just the mistakes that I made, but nobody ever apologized for the things that they did to me. But then again, like I said, I'm telling you both sides of the coin. I learned that it was something I needed to learn. Right? Because I came into this world. I'm going to just tell you my version. I came into this world. My dad was never there. I didn't know who he was. Honestly, I didn't even know who the man was, right? Because I was given different versions of stories. And I just, fuck that. My mother was dealing with her own life, her childhood traumas, okay? And which that leaked over into our lives. You know what I mean? It's like I was isolated as a child. In a way, like I was isolated. Even though my mother tells me that people always came to get me when I was a baby. Like I was never home. This is what she said. I was never home. Everybody always wanted to have me, wanted me, wanted me to be their baby for the day. You know what I'm saying? And it behooves me that I could be in a family where nobody wants to fuck with me. That shit fucks with, it's just like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? But, all of that stuff, all of that yuck all of that trauma, all that chaos, confusion, and abuse, and lies, and manipulation, all that shit was a generational poison, right? Because nobody I guess nobody wanted to stand up and say, I don't want to do this shit no more. You know what I mean? And I said, I don't want to, because I was killing myself. You hear me? Even though I thought I was a good person, the energy around me kept telling me I wasn't. You know what I mean? The energy around me made me feel like I wasn't important, that I really didn't mean anything to anybody, you know, except what I could do. And then to have others spread rumors about me and tell people not to talk to me, man, that shit hit like a brick. Like everything that I felt as a child, it was valid. Because when I was a child, I said, I don't know who the fuck this shit. Honestly, I was like, somebody done kidnapped me or something, because this is not my fucking life. I'm not supposed to fucking be here. That's how I felt coming up as a child. Right? So, God is good. God is good. Even though it was a struggle, it was hard. And then the chaos and the toxicity that I brought it into my own life, into my own children's lives, which is, I think, was the catalyst, that the shit that broke the camel's back for me, is because it's like, I never in my wildest fucking dreams thought I would ever hurt my fucking children. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because I did not want to be like I was treated. And then I fuck around and hurt my fucking children, nigga. If that's not a fucking wake-up call. And now I made the changes in my life. I didn't make them in my life because I want people to like me. I did it because I want to like me. And God says He loves me. Let me tell you, when the Spirit came on me, man, it has been in my life, it has been protecting me through I've been through some shit. Do you hear me? I'm telling you, I've been through some shit. But here we are today, right? I can't dwell on that shit no more. Because that's part of breaking the curse. I have to live. Right? I have to live my life in a righteous way, in a way that I feel like I'm good with. And I'm good with my life the way it is today. In the past, not so much. You know what I mean? But today, but still, there's that peace, right? Why did it have to go like that, right? And I also understand that but God gave us all a conscience. He gave us all one. So that was some relief, right? Because people make the choices, and He got something for me. He wants me to live my life. He wants me to be an example of His power, and I understand that today, right? Because, like I said, I came here by myself. Literally and figuratively. You know what I'm saying? I came in this world by myself, and I have been by myself ever since. You understand what I'm saying? I never had anybody that had my fucking back, nigga. That's what I'm saying. And God had my back. I didn't do this by myself. And then no human being helped me. Then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken before the rooster crows. You will disown me 3 times. And he went outside and wept bitterly. You will disown me. It's as if, somebody could be feeling like I kind of get that Peter denies Jesus, right? Because Jesus was the prophet. Jesus was the lamb, right? But when we put it in modern day, right? When we put it in modern day, this is like how I felt when I disappointed my kids, right? I felt like I was given a huge opportunity, right? And I failed. I let them down, I let myself down. And for a long time, that haunted me, that ate away at me, I can't change it, right? I'm not crying over it today, so y'all don't look for that today. Because there's no reason to cry, because I did the best I could with the information that I had. Now I have better information, and going forward, let me leave behind, right, that I never gave up. I never gave up. So that's my legacy I want to leave to mine. Never give up. Never give in to you're not good enough. Ever. That's for everybody that's listening. 16:16 on the clock. Never give up on yourself. God gave you everything you need to overcome anything. I promise. Listen to me. Listen to me. Come on, Spirit. What we got here? We got the 10 of candles. 10 of wands. The burdens, baby. The burdens. The burdens. Why did I ever come out? Ooh, Spirit. Why did I ever come out of the womb? Ooh, why did you send me into this? Why did you, man, that's what I said. Why? To see trouble and sorrow and to end my days in shame. Jeremiah's burden. 9 and 10. What's going on here? Child. You feeling me? Now that's that heaviness. That's the heaviness that a lot of people run from. A lot of people want to, check out. Please don't do that. It's just an emotion. It's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's a bunch of emotions you carry in other people's bullshit that they fed you. When people said that you weren't, they're feeding you, and then you start, manifesting it. Because it hurts, for one. It breaks your spirit, you feeling me? And it lowers your vibration, and now it's like, you know what I mean? Now things are really falling apart in your life because somebody said some more bullshit. Right? Because they were spewing their own pain onto you. Not just that, Then the choices that we make when we're feeling very low, we make low vibrational choices, right? What's going on here, Spirit? And also, he's carrying a torch. So definitely being made an example, right? Being made an example. But not only the example of, being accountable for some shit that you've done. No, the example is you're carrying that shit. You're owning that shit, and you're shining a light. You hear me? You're shining a light with the faith of God, right? God is guiding you. He's showing you. He's got you showing other people. Y'all can do it too. Come on, Spirit. The High Priestess in reverse. What is this? Mary Magdalene. I'll be damned. Number 2. The High Priestess. You came out in reverse. Spirit said you got to put these cards where they came out, love. This is somebody that has knowledge, but they use it in an ugly way. High Priestess in reverse. Y'all take it how it resonates. Y'all know what she is. Eight of Cups in the reverse. After he said this, he was taken up before their very eyes, and a cloud hid him from their sight. 8 of 10. You know what? These are the witnesses, right? Those are the witnesses that seen Jesus. He came after his crucifixion. He came, he met with them, and after he met with them, he went away in the clouds. Remember that? That came out in the fucking reverse. Let me tell you something. Somebody's out here saying that they know God and they're lying. Somebody's saying that they're a witness of the Most High and they're lying. They're using it to create, first of all, trust. They're using it to, ooh, I'm cold, oh my God. They're using it to create trust in others, and they're doing dark practices behind the scene. They're manipulating the words. They're manipulating their knowledge. They're manipulating their knowledge of Christ. Yes, they are. They're lying about what they know about him. Somebody could read the Bible, but they use it to manipulate people. I'm telling you. That ain't nothing fucking new, right? That ain't nothing new. 10% reverse. Yeah, somebody's unhealed. Who is this? Mary and Martha. This is somebody that's jealous of somebody else's anointing, somebody else's connection to Jesus. Yep, that's what this is. That's somebody. Ooh, look at that. The death card. This is somebody that's jealous of your connection to God, your faith, and how you worship him. Make her get up and help me with this. He said, I will not make her get up and help you with that. She's worshiping me in the exact way she's supposed to. And the way you choose to do it is the way you choose to do it. Death card. Something's coming to an end here. The Emperor, King Solomon. Jealous. Jealous. He was jealous of David. Fourth horseman. He was jealous of David. He was jealous. He said, because King Solomon killed his 10,000, but David killed his hundreds of 10, something like that. He was jealous. Every chance he got, he tried to attack David. And in the Bible it said God put that spirit on him. You think? Ace of Grains. Ace of Pentacles. I will give you every place where you set your foot, as I promised Moses. Everything entering the promised land. Yes, this is coming to an end. Yeah, and this David ended up on the throne, right? That's all I got to say. The love is in reverse. All right, let's get some other cards. Yep, it's been a really, my whole life has been a tough life, and I feel like, look, we got the lovers here and the lovers there. Look, look at that shit. Okay, we're gonna leave it right there. Has been crazy, you know what I'm saying? But for the grace of God, because of him showing me and the awareness he's bringing me, about life and about my, people and all this shit he's been showing me. And it's all through my experience, though. You know what I'm saying? It's all through things I have experienced. And he's showing me things and understanding, right? And listen, it's what I've given you to carry. It was like being put through some kind of refinery or what. It's like I came here by myself, but he been with me every step of the way. You hear what I'm saying to you? Like I'm a nomad child, like I came out of nowhere, like I came from the Virgin Mary. Almost, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit, I ain't trying to say I'm anything like that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, when I look at it in the biblical form, it's like without mother, without father, but God. I'm a child of God. I'm his child. I ain't had no daddy. I know my mama. You hear him? Ace of Cups. Unconditional love. He was my healer, my hero, my shero. Yeah. saved my life. I swear. Yeah, it was hard. It was hard. It was hard. I made hard choices. It was hard. Nine of Swords. There it is again. Came out. Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Wands with the Nine of Swords. That's the fact that I don't know which one it is with these cards. The Queen of Wands and the Hangman. Ooh, cold. Nine of Swords. So with this energy here, because with this Hangman, there's some of y'all could be having lower back pain. Nine of Wands. It's like somebody's been trying to keep, or you could be trying to not really see where some kind of communication is coming from, your thoughts, how you feel. You know what I'm giving? I'm kind of picking up like not knowing why you feel the way you feel. Somebody may not understand why they feel the way they feel. It's like they don't want to take a look at some things that could be coming back to haunt them. They want to keep a blind eye to it. Or somebody could be trying to keep you blinded to something. For some kind, yeah. We got a Queen of Wands here. And the Hangman. This is a fire sign for sure. Somebody plays with fire. Somebody could have wavy hair. Somebody could be a dancer. Something about sunflowers and matches. Somebody could have hurt their back dancing. I don't know. On a stripper pole. Doing some kind of dance. Some kind of ballet or something. I don't know. Somebody definitely been playing with fire. The Empress and the Three of Swords. The Death card. Somebody this High Priestess in reverse. Five of Pentacles. Give me another one. Somebody didn't want you to see something, or somebody don't feel any kind of regret about something. The Four of Wands in reverse. Disconnection, cancel plans, causing an ending. Somebody tried to cause an ending. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. The Devil. Somebody wanted you to sell your soul to the devil, baby. In a sexual way. Thank you, Spirit. In a sexual way. The Hermit. You realize that. Somebody sees that. Somebody's been enlightened. Somebody wanted somebody to be very promiscuous. To be bound to a promiscuous type of lifestyle. Toxicity. Sexual immorality. Ooh. Same person that said that they know God. That's who that is. Yeah. They wanted to cause a disconnect between you and your family, for you to be in poverty. Ten of Swords in reverse, the Hermit. You see it. You see it. Somebody caused a lot of heartbreak. And this, and with them swords being at the bottom of the heart, that's the root. That's what I'm seeing, like the root. So this started early. Early. What's going on here, Spirit? Yeah, give me one more. Give me one more on the devil. Strength card. You overcame that shit. You had to. The Hermit. You had to. Yep, you had a whole lot of thinking. Knowledge. King of Swords. Yeah. Remember them same swords I was talking about? Now that energy's coming back out, you're protected. Whatever somebody's been trying, yeah, you've been protected. Your crown chakra, your heart chakra, your throat chakra is being protected. Somebody's been attacking you. Whew, I'm freezing. The Strength card. You've had to really sit with yourself, get enlightened, become stronger, balance out your emotions, your energy, do some healing, some whatever the fuck it took, right? Because this disconnect and this cancel plans, that was supposed to send you, into a whirlwind, I guess, into a toxicity, a life of anything but godly. You understand? Oh, child. All right. Let's see. Let's look at the villains deck. Anything but. And for y'all that stayed past the first row, hey, y'all. Y'all gotta remember, this is my journey too. This ain't just for you. This is for me too. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. This is for my own healing. This is where it came out. This is where I did my work, my best work, right? My best healing. The Emperor in the reverse. Look at that. The Ten of Wands in the reverse. Somebody tried to cause you a lot of burdens. Look at all those chakras. Yeah, somebody was fucking with your whole chakra system. Emperor in reverse, because it be a father or a mother, take it how it resonates. Somebody was really trying to get you out of alignment with that Ten of Wands you've been carrying. Now I don't know how God wrote it in the book. It's already written. I don't know how. I can't explain those things. Those are above my pay grade. I can only explain my experience to you and the knowledge and the wisdom that He has given me around the situation. Okay? This is that same Ten of Wands. Somebody was creating burdens. But you already know that, right? From the beginning of the story. You were born by yourself, right? You didn't have no backup, Even those closest to you betrayed you. Those closest to you, those Judases, even those closest to you, the ones that you trusted with your life, betrayed you, right? Why, God, Child, Ace of Coins in reverse. Destiny, your blessings, your gifts, whatever goodness that. See, this is somebody that has read the Bible. Somebody know, but somebody ain't of the light. They're in darkness. They're not balanced. Now you can, when we're in situations like this is being in darkness, right? That's that energy of darkness. Not, why the struggle and shit, just always feeling some kind of way. It ain't like you imagined it. And we see that with the disconnect and the cancel plans of the Four of Wands. That's your structure. That's your house. That's your environment. That's your community. Right? Yes. And you did it by yourself in hermit mode. Right? Yeah. You had to overcome those temptations. It's as if somebody was trying to push you into the devil's lair. You hear me? We got the Five of Wands. I can't make it up. And the Five of Pentacles. Look at this. We got the Three of Wands in the reverse. And the King of Wands in the reverse. Wow. So, This was somebody that was in competition with you over this King of Wands. Yep. Somebody was in competition with you over this King of Wands in the reverse. This player, this hoe, this for the streets beef. The Three of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, this was supposed to break your heart. This is somebody that was competing with you, not just for your lovers, but for your position in life. So you ain't got shit, but they wanted that too, because what you had was better than. Man, listen. That's what I'm hearing. Three of Wands, yeah. That's all it was about, competition. And sex, because this is a hoe. This is a hoe ass man. This is a man that don't give nothing about what hole it's going in, as long as it's going in one. Thank you, Spirit. What's going on here? What's this? Justice in the reverse. Injustice, unbalanced situation. Five of Swords. Look at this in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that was not playing fair. You are already in an unfair position on the field, and this motherfucker still, they couldn't beat you. They had, a spirit said they had a head start. This is the turns in the head. They had a fucking head start, and they still had to cheat. Get the hell out of here. Oh, what's that? Five of Swords, Six of Swords in the reverse. Six of Swords. Six of Swords moving away to calm waters. Yeah, in reverse, this bitch ain't trying to move away to calm waters. She don't know when to quit. Yeah, this is somebody that was tipping the scales. It's so weird. The weirdest energy. It's really weird. Like, I don't know. I try to look at how people can sit around and think of shit like this. the things that, Knight of Cups. Because they fucking immature and they ain't never grow up. This could be a grown-ass man with a childish mindset. I swear to God. And this is somebody that has not grown up out of their 20s and 30s. They might even be before that. Because with that mindset, this is giving me 15, 16-year-old. Oh, the cards are backwards. 15, 16-year-old energy. All right. Oh, I done messed up all the cards, y'all. Sorry. Ooh, child. Not paying attention. See that snake? Y'all be paying attention. There's a snake amongst you. But anyway. Ooh, the Star in reverse and the Devil in reverse. Look at this. Ooh-wee. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I had to move around and get it out. Oh, my. What's the Devil in the Star in reverse? What's it upright? The Star and the Devil? I'm not understanding. I hear y'all trying to explain to me what that is, but I'm not trying to see it from your point of view. I'm trying to see it from the point of view my spirit guides are trying to show me. We all got to elevate, right? Elevate our thinking, our perception, how we see things. The Star in reverse and the Devil in reverse. Okay, so this is somebody that is unhealed, right? They refuse to let go of their toxic ways. Yeah. This is unhealed and unaware. Ooh. What we got here? Seven of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Yeah, let's take out Cinderella. Remember Cinderella? Her father died, right? Her father died, and the evil stepmother was in charge of taking care of her, but she She treated her like shit. As soon as her dad passed away, she took all that fucking loot. And she got a boyfriend. She got a little boyfriend, a young man, a young knight of swords. Could be college age, if not, might even be high school, nigga. Please, I'm hearing like a big country boy. You know how they get about 6 feet. Ooh, they been plowing all fucking summer. Who child that one? But this could be somebody that maybe had dropped out of school. All right. Yeah. Knight of Swords. So they plotted. They plotted to take out Cinderella, so they can keep the money, so they wouldn't have to take care of her. So nobody would, they can keep everything. They wanted to keep everything. The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Oh, that's about to slow the fuck down. The Strength card in the reverse. What's going on here, Spirit? Yeah. True love. Look at this shit. Ooh-wee. Right on the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Look at that. The Four of Pentacles. They trying to keep your this could be an inheritance. This could be something that was passed down. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Greedy. Three of Swords. So, if you find true love, this is going to break some kind of spell. Somebody could have done a love spell on you. Somebody could have been doing love spells on you to keep love away, you know what I'm saying, from you. Because, yeah. So it's all about love. And look at God. God said, I got all the love you need. Without love, without nurturing, without water, the plant can't grow, right? So how are you growing, collective? Without nobody. Who's helping? Who's helping the collective? But you, my love, you know Jesus. So how come you don't recognize his sheep? Thank you, Spirit. What's going on here, Spirit? Ten of Swords in the reverse. Look at that. Look at that. Or that's the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Somebody was doing the Hangman. The High Priestess in reverse again. Somebody's becoming quite aware of this snake. You hear me? Somebody had a little time to sit and just monitor some shit and see what somebody's been out here doing and who somebody really is. Nine of Swords. Somebody was trying to create a lot of illusions. Somebody wanted somebody in their head, confused, feeling like they made the wrong decision. Somebody try to act like you don't know God because they know God? Now you know the punishment for leading people astray, right? I'm just gonna say. I ain't got nothing else to say about it. You know the punishment, right? For leading people astray. 7 of Wands. Somebody could be attacking your home. Or trying to. Your environment. I'm telling you something. 7 of Wands. 9 of Cups in reverse. What's going on here, Spirit? Let's get off of this. Let's get out of this deck. Page of Swords. Somebody watching, they see, they spying. What's behind that? Seven of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you ain't fucking in no illusion. You ain't crazy. You ain't crazy. You ain't gonna lose by all the shenanigans and the costume changes and shit like that. You're not. Yeah, but I still see you. I still know who you are. You know, just because you shed that skin, I still know who you are. You feeling me? We got one more deck and then I'm gonna let y'all go. Ooh, anyway, child, we coming to the end of this season. Thank God, thank God, thank God. We coming to the end of this season, y'all. It was heavy for me. I don't know about y'all. Ooh, what that fell in my lap? Shit. Come on now. It was heavy for me. But you know, I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. You know, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do as far as this is concerned. You know, I'm trying to like be true to myself because I feel like it served its purpose. You feeling me? Like, this wasn't just for y'all. This was for me too. Because it's a part of me that I didn't, you know, I never got to it. I don't know where it came from, honestly, to be fucking honest. But I've always been, like, you know, I knew it was something else, but I didn't know what else. You hear me? That kind of energy. I always felt like I didn't belong. Shit, I was in the wrong timeline. 9 of Cups. Love is the answer. That's where your gift is. That's where your blessing is. That's where your treasure is. In loving yourself. Ace of Swords, mastering. Yep, 10 of Swords, walking away. Releasing it. It's time. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ooh, Spirit said they got to meet you on another timeline. I didn't say lifetime. I said timeline. 5 of Cups in the reverse. Yep, because you're releasing that. You're letting that go. We got the King of Pentacles here. I seen the Queen. Oh, the Queen. Did she come out? Well, I seen the Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Yeah. Temperance is... I wish I had said it's time for you to come in alignment with, you know, what you deserve. Because for a long time, you've been who people made you out to be. And that's just the bottom fucking line. We can say all day long, I'm not who they say I am. But there was some times when you was exactly who they made you out to be. Because they had a hand in it. They were forcing it in that direction. You heard? Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, the moon. Come on now. And the 9 of Swords. Because they was forcing it in that direction. Somebody was trying to block out your spirituality, God out of your life. Somebody wanted you to release God. You hear me? Stop playing. Who? Come on, Spirit. Somebody wanted you to release God. 4 of Wands. Release the idea. Release this happiness, this joy. 8 of Pentacles. This could be your work. This could be what you do for work. Somebody didn't want you to elevate in your work. They didn't want you to 2 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. The Emperor. Page of Wands. You're balanced. They tried to block you from this. That's really sad. That's really, really sad. And they used and they manipulated the word. That's what they did. Investments. New investments. We all have an inheritance. But when humanity turned on itself, when Adam and Eve, that's what it said started, that's where I got to come from, did what they did, it made life hard for all of us. There was no getting better and shit. But see, then Jesus comes along and he makes a way. He makes a doorway for us to have that communication again with God if we so choose, right? It allows us to come out of the darkness. It allows us that opportunity, right, to at least have a relationship with him, even if we can't change the things from the past, because we can't. But he did give us a doorway. He did give us an out. He did give us, an opportunity, right, to step away from it, to release it, and have, abundance, and I'm talking about peace and stuff like that. You feeling me? There go the past. There it is. Rebuilding from the past. And this time you'll build relationships and environments that are solid, that give back to you, that are genuine. And not to say nobody didn't care or didn't really love you, but we're talking about character here. We're talking about lifelong trainings, lifelong traumas, lifelong bullshit, you know what I mean? Passing down from generation to generation. Come on, spirit. This is what we're talking about. We ain't talking about just no Ace of Wands. Yes, sir. We ain't talking about no, this is something that just happened in this lifetime. This has been passed down. And even if we didn't get to save people or save relationships, we still have the opportunity to save lives. You understand? Because we still can pass this part down. This is where it stops. It stops with fucking you. Be an example of the power of what you can be, what you can do, what God is, how he showed up in your life, how he changed your life. That is possible. Even at a late age, you can still turn your fucking life around. Ask for forgiveness, right? That's something else I had to do too this morning. Because when I realized that I was operating out of my trauma, I have to apologize for what I caused operating out of my trauma. Right? So I had to ask for forgiveness myself this morning, because that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? So I can move on with my life. I am not holding on to that. I have to let that shit go. It has to be let go. And anything that's attached to it. So unless the energy changes, this will be let go too. Maybe I give me some blue cards. We'll see what happens before the new year. That ain't far from here. I'm just saying, I don't know. I'm just speaking because, I can see. And I know that my purpose is to share my experience so that others can understand and know that they can heal from it. I know that. It's always going to be a thorn in my side. But how do I use it is up to my discretion. Bella. 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 All right, y'all, listen. Hey, there's healing going on over here. There's healing going on out there, too. Yeah, and we still learning. We still learning how to balance out our lives. This new chapter in our lives, right? Child, listen. I can't make it up. It's what Spirit said. It's time to move on. It's time to let it go. They gotta meet you on another lifetime. Now, I rebuked that in the budget in the life timeline. It's that another timeline is a new life. So take it how it resonates. Yeah, they gotta meet you on a new timeline. Those keys don't open the doors. Listen, we leaving this behind. Spirit said we leaving this behind. Yes. All right, y'all. I think that's it. We done did it all. I hope that it resonated with you. I'll see y'all. Bye, y'all. I'll stay up, okay? Deuces.